COVID-19. COVID-19. The coronavirus was first reported on 1st December 2019 in Wuhan province of China. In Wuhan province of China. It is spread all over the world, within the time, within the time. The coronavirus was first reported on 31st December 2019 in Wuhan, province of China. It spread all over the world. Coronavirus was a epidemic disease. It's the pandemic situation was created due to the coronavirus, The coronavirus is the coronavirus was a communicable disease. Is a communicable disease. Coronavirus was the biggest threat. Is the biggest threat is the biggest threat all over the world. In 21st centuries. 21st century. The many people were died due to the corona virus. Many people were died due to the coronavirus. The people were stay inside the house, stayed the people were restricted to move here and there. During the pandemic situation, the make time many the DJ was spread touching and contacting each others. The DJs was spread due to the transportation. The preventive measures were implemented as suggested by WHO. Yeah. The doctors doctors, nurses, and police officer, police personnel were died due to coronavirus. The coronavirus affects the lungs and affected the lungs and destroyed the wall alveoli of the lungs due to the infection of lungs, the oxygen level of the patient patient was gradually decreased at the end of infection in alveoli. At the end of infection, the lungs collapsed by lungs was collapsed by the coronavirus. Many people were it also affect the antibiotic or antibody of the human body. millions of people, human body, affected. Millions of people were lost their life, were millions of people lost their life their life due to corona virus. The people use the marks anytime as suggested by WHO, as suggested by WHO. Many countries were involved in protection of civilians. Many countries were involved in protection of civilians. The organization, government, UNGOs and INGOs were also engaged to protect the human beings, to protect human beings. The awareness program were launched the awareness to aware the people to aware the people how to our the people about coronavirus, about coronavirus. Virus. The borders were sealed. Borders were sealed to control the corona. The borders were sealed to control the transmission of to control the transmission of coronavirus. Corona. People were suffering from people were suffering hungry, some poor people they did not have, some people not enough food to eat. But another crisis was appeared. Another crisis was appeared. Another crisis was appeared. The isolations and quarantine or established or built to separate the infected people. The government enforce lockdown to control the people's movement, to control the people's movement. some people worked worked two months to reach their home, to reach their home. The society is almost paralyzed. Almost paralyzed. Almost paralyzed. Paralyzed. The livelihood was livelihood was more complicated. More complicated. The livelihood was more complicated. The dead body was buried. Bodies were buried in public. This is the life-threatening if buried in separate places. People followed the prevention is better than better than prevention is better than cure. All the people were engaged how to protect the life, how to protect the life. The hospitals and clinics CNIC clinic were engaged in black marketing. The varicocele, after some time, sometime the vaccine or find out and supply to the people were find out on and apply injected to the people injected to the people. Now, the coronavirus is almost eradicated. Yes. Let's see COVID-19. The coronavirus. Yes, coronavirus was first reported on 21st December 2029 in Yuan province of China. First reported in 21st century 2019 in Yuan province. It spread all over the world in no time. It spread quickly, spread all over the world. Coronavirus is a pandemic disease. It is a pandemic disease and a communicable disease. The pandemic situation was created due to the coronavirus. The coronavirus. This is corona. This is name. That's why you have to write capital coronavirus. Coronavirus. B is capital. Yes. Communicable disease. The coronavirus is the biggest threat in 21st century. This is the biggest threat in the human being. Many people are dead due to the coronavirus. Many thousands of people lost their life due to the coronavirus. The hazardous situation, biohazardous situation was created due to the coronavirus. Yes. The people who were restricted to move here and there, the government not allowed to move here and there because this is the principle. This disease is commonly transferred to one person to other by air, by contact, or other things. That's why they are not allowed to move here and there. The disease were spread touching and contacting each other. The disease was spread due to the transportation also. This transportation, suppose some material transport from India to Nepal, and this coronavirus also attached to this goods and transferred to our nation also. That's the things. The disease was spread touching and contacting each other. The disease was spread due to the transportation. The prevention measures were implemented as suggested by WHO. Many suggestions they suggested, the WHO suggested we should keep in clean, we to consume lots of water because the water contains H2O, and we should wash our hands, and we should they suggested turn out the clothes outside the house, not physically contact to other person, not come. They suggested not to go not to go other person periphery. The UN, WHO, not only UN, WHO suggested like this. That's why people followed the suggestion of WHO. The coronavirus affect the lungs and destroy the alveoli of the lungs. Especially it affect the lungs and it destroy the alveoli or wall cell of the lungs, After some time, it damage the cell. When it damage the cell, when the cells are damaged, then the lungs absolutely stop to work. Then the death is declared. Death was declared. It also affects the antibiotic and antibody of the human body. Millions of people lost their life due to coronavirus. The people use the mask any time as suggested by WHO. Many countries were involved in protection of civilians. Most of the countries, they left all the things. They left all the things and they are struggling to protect their civilian, protect their people to prevent the coronavirus. Government, the organization, government, NGOs, INGOs, and other people, other individual people are also involving to protect the life of the people, to protect to prevent the disease of the coronavirus disease. They are struggling, they are involving to protect the human life. Yes, and one thing, civilians, the organization were launched to our, we NGOs were also engaged to protect the human. The awareness program were launched to aware the people about the coronavirus. The awareness, different type of media, different type of program were launched to aware the people about the coronavirus. The border were sealed to control the transmission of the coronavirus, to spreads the coronavirus, and the lives were totally stopped. The society and the national function were completely functions were completely paralyzed. Those completely paralyzed situation was appearing during the coronavirus. The isolation and the quarantines were built to separate the infected people and the people who were come from the other countries. They separated it. Yes, the government enforced lockdown to control the people movement. Yeah, lockdown, 3 month lockdown, 4 month lockdown, and curfew. Somewhere the government applied the curfew also. Some people walked to 2 months to reach their house. Suppose some of the people they started to walk from Kathmandu to Dadildura. After 2 months they reach their villages. That is the situation. Their chronic situation was appearing during the coronavirus. The situation was very dreadful, very fatal. Yes, this the another crisis was appeared. This another crisis, hungry and thirsty. This type of another crisis was appeared. The government enforced lockdown. Yes. Some people walked. Yes, the dead bodies were buried in separate place. The people followed it. The livelihood was actually very difficult. The livelihood of the people more complicated. The livelihood was more complicated. The dead bodies were buried in separate places. The people are suffering from the hungriness. The people, they have not basic things to survive. That is the critical situation was created. The people follow the prevention is better than a cure. All the people were engaged how to protect the life. Yes, how to protect the life. The hospitals and clinic were engaged in black marketing. You see, they emphasis to earn money. They are black marketing. They take lots of money from the people without any contribution, without any servicing. They consume, they take, they seize, they gain lots of money, black marketing by the hospital and clinic without contribution of the services. Yeah, that is the things. After some time, the vaccines were find out and injected to the people. These Verocil and other type of the many vaccines were invented to inject the people. Now the coronavirus almost eradicated. Now little bit symptoms are appearing, but the coronavirus are almost eradicated. Yeah, that is the things. Many propagandas were produced. Either this artificial virus, some countries they're blaming to each other, and the blaming to the China. The China is formed. China formed created the artificial virus, coronavirus. Many people are blaming it, but we don't know what is actual situation, what is the real situation. But many people lost their lives. Very energetic and very healthy people also lost their life due to the coronavirus. The situation was very tragic. The situation was very pandemic. The situation was very terrible. Terrible situation was there while the coronavirus was spreading.